Good afternoon. This is cause number 2019-25092 in the interest of Sadie and Haley Guerrero. Please, all parties and witnesses, raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Ms. Guerrero.
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Suzanne Guerrero, I'm the mother.
Sir, your name and your relationship to the children.
Yes, sir. My name is Andrew Guerrero, and I'm the father.
All right, and representing the state.
Angela Jeffries for the Office of the Attorney General, Your Honor.
All right, we've got a suit for modification of support order and motion to confirm support hearing. Rearage. We're having a hearing. Do we have any stipulations?
Yes, Your Honor, we do.
All right.
Your Honor, the parties have agreed that the child support shall be modified to $367 beginning October 1st of 2021. That the cash medical in this case should be $159 beginning October 1st of 2021, and that the cash dental case will be $27 beginning October 1st of 2021. So far, that is all the stipulations in this case, Your Honor.
And what are the issues?
The issue before the court is the amount of child support, medical support, and dental support arrears owed at this time, and court costs, Your Honor.
All right, so far, Mr. Guerrero, is this your agreement?
Yes, sir.
So far, Ms. Guerrero, is this your agreement?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's then proceed with the issues of arrearages.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, Your Honor, I would like to offer in evidence what is marked as State's Exhibit A, updated pay record in this case, Your Honor.
All right, I don't see it marked, but I'll mark it. State's Exhibit A. Miss Guerrero, have you seen this pay record?
Yes, I did.
Do you have any objections being put into evidence?
The pay record is in the check stub, I'm sorry, sir, or the payment history?
The financial activity report.
Okay, yes, I have seen it.
You have any objections of this
No,
being
sir.
put in? All right, Mr. Guerrero, have you had an opportunity to see it?
Yes, sir.
You have any objections of it being put into evidence?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, State's Exhibit A is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would also ask that the court take judicial notice of the agreed final divorce decree and order establishing paternity. In that order, the court ordered Mr. Guerrero to pay child support in the amount of $1,323 beginning October 1st of 2019. And that was actually signed, Your Honor, November 8th of 2019. I would also ask that the court take judicial notice in that same order. The court ordered Mr. Guerrero to pay $25 for dental support. and $240 for medical support, all beginning October 1st of 2019.
And this was 2019.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
May I call my first witness?
Yes.
The state called Suzanne Marie Guerrero. Ms. Guerrero, you heard me read into the record your stipulations, and that is so far what you've agreed to. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And how many children do you have before the court at this time?
2.
All right. And who are the father of your 2 children?
Andrew.
All right. And what is his full name, ma'am?
Andrew Guerrero. Andrew Joseph Guerrero.
Okay. And how old are your 2 children before the court?
13 and 12.
Okay. And you heard me explain to the court that the last time we did an order regarding this case was in 2019. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And is it also, as far as you can remember, that the child support was ordered at $1,323?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you got a copy of the pay record at this time, and you said you had a chance to look over it. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, as far as the child support arrears, if we looked at a date of August 31st of 2021, does it sound about right that Ms. $11,894.7
Hold
I'm
on.
sorry, you kind of.
August, did you say?
August 31st, Your Honor, of 2021.
I've only got through June here. Is there something missing, Maria?
It should be 5 pages, Your Honor. So
2, 2, 3. There's 1 page missing, Maria. Okay, this one's marked Exhibit A. It goes up to page 4. That's as far as we get.
Your Honor, I can reprint, but it should be 5 pages. Not sure what's going on there.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, here is page 5 buried in between here. All right. We were at August 31st, 2021.
Yes, Your Honor.
What was the question?
The question was, Your Honor, if Ms. Guerrero looked at that document, would it be correct to say that based on that date, Mr. Guerrero owes her $11,894.07 as of that date, ma'am?
August 31st. Child support 11,894. Yes.
Okay. And based on that same date, looking at the pay record, does it show that the medical support amount owed is $5,544?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And finally, for dental support, based on that same date, does it show that Mr. Guerrero owed you $577.55 for dental support?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, since 2019, has Mr. Guerrero given you any money directly for the support of these children?
Outside of the regular child support?
Correct.
No, ma'am.
All right. Did you ever give Mr. Guerrero any credit on his arrears at any time since 2019?
Yes, in 2019.
Okay. And do you remember how much you gave him credit for in 2019?
It was like about 7,000.
Okay. And okay. And then since that time, has Mr. Guerrero given you any other money for the support of the?
No, nothing outside of the support payment.
Okay. And have you and the children resided with Mr. Guerrero in the same household since the last order?
No.
Okay. And so would it be your testimony that Mr. Guerrero should still be responsible for paying the arrears owed on this case?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any reason that the court should not order that Mr. Guerrero would have to pay the arrears on this case today?
That he should not pay for it?
Correct. Do you know of any personal reason why the court should not order him to pay the arrears on this case?
Oh, no, no, ma'am.
Okay. And is there any private agreement between you and Mr. Guerrero that you would forgive or forego some of your arrears at this time?
No.
Okay. And you currently stay in your own house, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And do you pay a mortgage at that house, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
And then as far as court costs, if court costs are billed in this case, who do you believe they should be billed against?
Whoever y'all believe needs to be billed.
Okay. I have nothing further for this witness. I passed her subject to recall, Your Honor.
Mr. Guerrero, do you have any questions for Ms. Guerrero?
We talked about back child support before, and she said that she would remove back child support.
Objection, Your Honor. It's not a question.
Okay. You have a question for her, for Ms. Guerrero? I'm going to let
No,
you
sir.
say something later, but do you have any
Yes,
questions for her? No
No, sir.
questions? All right, call Ms. Jeffries.
Thank you. This day calls Andrew Joseph Guerrero. Mr. Guerrero, how many children do you have before the court today?
Yes, ma'am. I have 2 children.
Okay, and you heard me read the stipulations into the record, and so far that was your agreement. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and how old are your 2 children?
13 and 12.
Okay, and you also heard me read into the record that the last time this court looked at child support was in 2019. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And since 2019, you've had a change in income. Would that be correct to assert here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you also had a chance to look at that pay record. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Right now, you heard me read out the amounts for child support. If you looked at that pay record, it showed $11,894.07. Do you believe that's a correct reflection of what you owe today, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And why do you feel like that's not a correct reflection of what you owe, sir?
On black and white, it shows that that's what I owe. But as far as morally what's right, I don't think I owe that.
Okay. But just looking at my pay record, is that what the pay record says, sir?
That's what the pay record says. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And also, does it show for medical support that you would owe about $5,544 for medical support arrears?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And then based on the same August 31st, 2021 date, that it will show that you owe $577.55 for dental support arrears. Is that about correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, you mentioned that morally you feel like you should not have to pay these arrears. Why do you feel like you should not have to pay these arrears?
Well, 2019 was a rocky year, and that was a year where my wife and I did separate, and we had always talked about building a house and building on the house that we had at the time together as a home. And while we were separated, 3 months into our separation, I decided to try to make our dreams come true. Knowingly that it could go either way. I didn't know if we were going to get back together or, and live happily ever after in this dream home, or if she was just going to go on, and move on to just to be single. But I did know that I wanted to give her a good home. So I went ahead with the renovation. I started the renovation in April. We didn't get divorced until later on that year in November, but I started that renovation project in April. And the house, it has a new frame, a new roof, a new foundation, new floors, new windows, new siding, new fence, tree work done. I put almost $100,000 into this home so I could set her up with or without me, thinking of my daughters, thinking of her. And, it just didn't work out. And here I am today fighting for what I think is not owed to me. I want her to be happy. I want her to be set up. But what I don't, I cannot take 2 hits.
Okay.
I can't pay all.
Let me just clarify for you. Are you saying that because you did renovations on a marital home, you believe that the arrears should not morally still be owed on your behalf? Is that correct?
Well, you know, because I had her in my forefront of my mind whenever I was doing all of this here, because I wanted to set her up so that she wouldn't have to struggle, that she wouldn't have
Objection,
to.
Your Honor, not responsive.
Okay, listen to the question, sir, and just answer the question, please. Go ahead.
Mr. Guerrero, I'm gonna ask you again, based on the fact that you did the renovations to the home, do you believe that that should be the basis of why you should not have to pay the arrears on this case, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, you mentioned that you started renovation on this house when you were separated. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said you separated in April of 2019.
We separated in January 2019.
Okay, but you started renovations in April of 2019. And you got divorced based on the sign date of the decree in November of 2019. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And who did the court award the house to or the marital home to in the divorce?
I gave it up to Suzanne.
Okay. So the divorce decree does say that Ms. Guerrero is the owner of that home. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And did you guys have any private agreement that she would forgive some of your arrears for doing repairs or, renovating the home?
Well, the way it was going to play out was I was going to do the repairs to the home, and then we were going to refinance, and then we were going to use that refinance money and then pay off the loans that we were going to owe. That way we can restart the mortgage, and then she'd be set up.
Okay. But other than that, do you have any other agreement that she would forgive the child support arrears or the medical support arrears or the dental support arrears?
Now we had spoken, and I talked with her, and I asked if she can get rid of all that. I can help her pay half of everything, the braces, quinceañeras, and all that comes with raising children.
Did she ever agree to that, sir, though? Did she agree to forgive the arrears?
We talked about it, and I believe that she agreed. But whenever it came down to me putting up for the braces for my daughter, I didn't follow through because I was still getting $168 taken out of my check. And, when I began the first move to try to get a court date or to get a hearing, she said that we could be seen by a judge faster. We can make an agreement. So that's when we were throwing around ideas on how we can make an agreement so that when we go before the judge, we can agree and it can be an easy process.
Okay, but is it safe to say as of today, she has not forgiven those arrears?
Is it safe to say what?
As of today, she has not forgiven any arrears. It's other arrears.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am, she has not.
All right. And if the court were to bill court costs in this case, sir, who do you believe they should bill court costs to?
I'll take the court costs.
Okay, so you agree to pay the court costs. Now, is there anything else that you want this court to know in considering why these arrears should be forgiven at this time, briefly?
This child support, it depicts me as a father that is not involved. It depicts me of who a father is out of touch, a father that has no interest in his children.
Objection, Your Honor. I'm not sure if Mr. Guerrero is reading a statement.
Overruled. Go ahead, sir.
Well, it shows this back child support shows that I'm a father that has no interest in his children, and I ask that my name be clear.
Any
I
further
have nothing
questions?
further for this witness, Your Honor. I pass the witness.
Ms. Guerrero, do you have any questions for Mr. Guerrero?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Ms. Jeffries?
I just want to recall Ms. Guerrero for one or two quick questions.
Fine.
They call Suzanne Guerrero. Ms. Guerrero, just to follow up, was there any separate or private agreement that you would forgive any arrears based on the fact that Mr. Guerrero was doing renovations to the home?
Not for the renovations.
Okay. And outside of the $7,000 that you already gave him before, Was there any other credit that you were supposed to give him to your knowledge or that you agreed to?
We did discuss one day, to be honest, I can't even remember the exact. And that day I was agreeing. I don't remember what exactly I was agreeing to. And then the next day after he slept on it, he called me back, not agreeing with what we had agreed with the day before. And that's when I objected. I was like, no, I don't agree to that. And I've come to him and told him, like he says, we were emotional about a bunch of stuff going on. And, I did use his old income tax, which is money he can make. He's made it in the past, and I know he's working for a pawn shop now. I'm sure they pay him under the table, different things. They're friends. He worked for him for cash for months before they started payroll. So, I didn't agree to the second day. After that, I didn't agree anymore.
Okay.
But I don't remember what exactly, it was. I'm sorry. Just so much going on.
All right. I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor. I pass the witness.
Mr. Guerrero, do you have any questions for Ms. Guerrero?
Yes, sir.
right.
Is there any proof that she has?
Are
any
you're
proof
asking her? You're asking her. Is there any
Yes.
proof that you have? Is that what you're saying?
that she has that I get paid on the table, or that I did get paid for the pawn shop? in the
Objection,
time
Your
that she-
Honor. I'm not understanding the relevance here. We're really just
Well,
here.
she testified to it, so overrule. Go ahead. Do you have
So
any
you're
proof of that?
asking me, do I have any proof? You told me verbally that you were getting paid cash until you guys were able to hire a CPA. You used to speak very, very much and very, we would tell each other a lot of things that we shouldn't, because we're not together anymore. So yes, you did tell me. I know a lot more things that you told me, but I'm not bringing them up.
Well, I can tell you for
You have
the
another
first-
question for her, sir? I'm going to let
No.
you say something, but do you have any further
Yes, sir.
questions for her? No?
No, sir.
All right, Ms. Jeffries, do you have any further witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Guerrero, do you have anything you want to say?
So are we going to get to speak to you, like to, I guess?
Right now, you have
Okay.
anything that you want to say
So,
about this case?
Well, about the arrears, because I don't want to sit here thinking that, well, the reason why I feel like the arrears shouldn't be taken away, and I do need that extra payment because the payments are getting decreased. The girls play sports. They've been playing sports since they were 6 and 7. The Haley she can play like 3 sports at one time because she loves to be she's athletic. Haley was in gymnastics. She was in sports at one time. Those fees are not cheap. She was in select softball. Equipment is not cheap. Uniforms are not cheap. Half support was going to sports. Sadie was playing soccer with Dynamo Dash. That was $300 a month. So that's why my income, my child support payment is becoming lower. So yes, I wouldn't want the retro to go away or remove it because I could use the extra payment because the girls are not going to stop playing sports. Sadie just signed up for volleyball. We just had to get her some. I have to pay a fee for that. Haley's signing up for cheer. There's another fee for that. They got physicals done. Andrew paid for one physical. I'm about to pay for Haley's physical.
Okay, ma'am, what you're saying is that you have a lot of expenses now.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to hear all the breakdown of every little expense that you have. You have anything further you want to say?
No.
All right, Mr. Guerrero, do you have anything further you want to say?
Your Honor, I understand that the children have expenses. I'm not shying away at all, as I never had shied away. I've explained to Suzanne that I don't mind paying half of everything, but the arrears is really burdening me. And how am I supposed to move forward and try to get my life? She has already settled down. She's got a new boyfriend. She's got a new baby. She's already settled down. But I would like to move forward in my life. And these arrears are holding me back from moving forward, sir. And what I would like to suggest is that all the water that's been washed up under the the bridge, let that be, and me and Suzanne move forward with a new relationship. And I don't mind paying half of everything for the soccer, for the softball. I don't mind doing that. But what I will not do is pay half of her mortgage or half of her whatever the expenses they've got personally. I want to take care of my children. I will never shy away from doing that, sir.
All right, what is the court cost not later than date?
November 2nd of 2021, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Guerrero, you understand you don't have to pay anything except what the court orders you to pay. You don't have to pay for extra expenses. You don't have to pay for softball uniforms or whatever. You're only obligated to pay what the court orders you to pay. So if you're saying, well, I'm happy to take care of half those costs, you don't have to do that. You don't have to
You're
do any
right.
of that. Do you
I
understand that?
don't. Yes, sir, I do.
All right. So I just, the retroactive judgment is what's owed on the record. So the court awards retroactive judgments in the following amounts: $11,894.07 for child support, $5,554 for cash medical support, and $577.55 for dental support, to be paid at the rate of $100 a month for child support, $50 a month for cash medical support, and $10 a month for dental support beginning October 1st, 2021. Now those arrearages are as of August 31st, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. August 31st of 2021.
Oh, okay. Father's order to pay court costs as billed not later than November 2nd, 2021. All of the stipulations are approved.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Guerrero and Ms. Guerrero, if you want to come back into the other Zoom, I would draft the order. You just have to go a bit longer. So you can hang up on the Zoom so the judge can have his courtroom, please.
Okay, doesn't make any difference which one we do first.
Ms. Delgado?
Do we have Delgado and Ramirez here?
Ms. Delgado, can you please unmute yourself by pressing *6? Yeah, this is Ms. Delgado, Your Honor. She's on the phone.
Hello?
Yeah, yes, Ms. Delgado.
Okay, I was just making sure you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, this is cause number 2008-43533 in the interest of Xavier, Haley, and Jacob Ramirez. All parties in this case, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Is Mr. Ramirez on the line?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, just the mother is present.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and what are we doing today?
Your Honor, we're doing a confirmation and mod. Well, no, sorry, Your Honor. We're only doing a modification. I'm sorry. We're doing a modification. have it in front of you, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. All right, the court will note that the father, Daniel Anthony Ramirez, is not present. Let's see. Mr. Ramirez was personally served on April 17th, 2021 at 5:01 p.m. at 9930 Branham Street in Houston, Harris County, Texas. He's not filed an answer, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
And he was given further notice of this Zoom hearing, which was by certified mail return receipt requested, which was delivered on August 16th, 2021. And he has not made an appearance, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Your Honor, the state asks that you take judicial notice of the prior order in this case entitled Child Support Review Order in a suit affecting the parent-child relationship modification and judgment signed on March 25th, 2014.
All right.
The state would like to call Christina Delgado. Ms. Delgado, in the
Yes.
previous order, Mr. Ramirez was ordered to pay $0 in child support, correct?
Yes.
And why was the child support set at $0 in the previous order?
Because we were together at that time.
So you were living together at that time in the same household?
Yes.
Okay, and are you still currently living together in the same household?
No.
And at this time, are you requesting that child support be set?
Yes.
And are you also child support be set at based on the minimum wage, correct?
Correct. There you go.
And based on the minimum wage, the child support would be $296 per month beginning on October 1st, 2021.
Yes.
Is that your understanding? All
What do you
right.
think I asked?
Yes. And it's also your understanding that medical support will be $57 per month based on the minimum wage beginning on October 1st, 2021.
Yes.
And do you believe that this would be in the best interest of your children?
I do.
And how are your children currently covered for health care?
They have Medicaid.
Okay. And are you requesting that the court approve this default order?
What does that mean? Like to go through with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you very much.
Okay, Ms. Delgado, you're
Yeah.
free to go.
Thank you.
All right, this is now cause number 2016-36350 in the interest of Isaiah Robledo. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Margaret Swihart, mother.
All right. Sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
Luis Robledo, father.
And representing the state.
Evita Sharma for the state, Your Honor.
All right, and what are we doing, David Sharma? We've got a suit for modification of child support order.
Yes, Judge. And I would ask that you please take prior notice of the suit affecting the parent-child relationship that was signed on June 2nd, 2016.
What are we doing today?
Mr. Robledo is asking time to hire an attorney. They have not come to an agreement as to the modification, and Ms. Swihart is objecting to that reset. She wants to finalize it today. Parties were.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay, Mr. Robledo, you were made aware of this lawsuit back in the first part of April, correct?
Yes.
So that's 5 months ago. You had plenty of time to hire an attorney. 5 months.
Right, I understand, but I didn't know what the code was for. They just said that we had to appear.
Well, no, you had a copy of the petition. They gave you a copy of the petition. All right.
I don't know what that is, but
Well,
I just got a letter.
of the lawsuit. You got a copy of the lawsuit. First of all,
Okay.
on April 2nd at 4:59 p.m. at 10207 Old Orchard Road in LaPorte, Harris County, Texas, they gave you a copy of the petition.
Okay.
All right. So that was 5 months ago.
Yes, sir. I don't see if we're not getting to a mutual ground, then if she doesn't want to work with what somewhere where we can meet in the middle, I don't think that's fair for anybody.
So do you think that people wait until the matter is set for trial to say, oh, we can't come to an agreement, so now I need an attorney, even though I knew about this case for 5 months?
Well,
That's
I've
not
never
the
done
way
it
it works,
before,
sir.
so
That's not the way it works, sir.
yeah,
You had 5
I've
months
never
to
done
hire an
it, so
attorney. I
I've
understand
never
you.
done it, so I don't know how it works. Yes,
So
sir.
well, if you would have gone to see an attorney and say, what's this about? They would have told you. But you can't, this is too late now. Your father's motion to have time to hire an attorney is denied. Now, you can either come to an agreement or I can make a decision on your case, one or the other. If you want to go back and try to reach some type of an agreement, I'll be
Yes, sir.
glad to give you time to do that.
I think I already offered her different options and
Okay, my question is, do you want to have time to try to reach an agreement?
well, I'll say yes.
All
See
right,
what
I'm
she
going to
says.
recess the matter and then you all see if you can reach an agreement. If you can't reach an agreement, I'll make the decision, which you may not like or she may not like, I don't know, but either way, I will recess this matter for you for further negotiation.